Hello world, Chasiti here. It is just past 3:30 a.m. here in Austin, Texas, Central Standard Time. I'm talking quietly because people are still sleeping around me, so I'm going to try to be respectful. But I wanted to make this video uh, because of a dream that I had 2 years ago. This would have been February 22nd, 2023. And it shook me when I had it. I woke up, it was just past 4, and I was shaking. And both my kids were awake, and I went and I told them this dream immediately. And I said, I've got to tell you this dream that I had. I was still shaking, like under my skin, my whole body, head to toe. I was trembling, and it was about volcanoes and lava and whatever. So I immediately went and I posted this on X, um, formerly Twitter. So I posted this on X, and I thought I've got to at least document this, and then maybe I'll revisit it, or something like that. And I made one post since about it on X, in reply to a post that somebody else made. But I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. And just as a disclaimer, uh, I would never reach out to you. You have to reach out to me. I would never contact you on any kind of websites or accounts. The only accounts that I'm on are the ones listed on my website. But I will never reach out to you. I will never ask you for anything. I'm not into crypto. I'm not into any of the trading or anything like that. So I would never do that. If somebody ever contacts you saying that they're me on another way, it is not me. So just, make sure that you do your diligent work and confirm who you're talking to always. But yes, I will never reach out to you. You will have to reach out to me. And it will be through any of the links that you see on my website. But I'm going to try to make this short and sweet and kind of to the point. You're welcome to ask me questions or, send me messages about it or anything like that. But let's get straight into it. And please forgive, I'm about to show you a kind of picture of what I saw. Um, Now, why do I want to make this video? Why does it matter, right? Uh, in the past, ever since I've been very, very young, I have dreams. I have sometimes very, very lucid, very real dreams that feel at times more real than life. And some of those dreams have come true, and some have been recurring, and some I've told to the very people that it ends up happening with. And um, it's interesting because there has never been a dream that I've had or something that I've kind of, I guess, known before that has prevented the situation from happening. It always generally tends to play out anyway. And I find that a little bit frustrating, but at the same time, maybe there's a reason for that. So I just kind of, go with the flow in hopes that maybe one of these times that it um, can be prevented, or I don't know, that someone can add to the information or something. So thus this video, if and please forgive this very elementary drawing I tried, but with erasable chalk markers and stuff, it's a little. I even had my daughter kind of help me, and she's actually a really good artist. But even she was like, "Mom, this is really hard with like chalk erasable markers." I was like, "I know." She needs like pencils and stuff like that. I was like, "Well, this is just let's just get this down, and I think the main details would be enough." But anyway, so let's get to the dream. I'm going to read the dream, and then I'm going to explain this really quick. And yeah, if you have any comments or if you have any um, kind of inspired thoughts or anything or any feedback, let me know. I'd be happy to hear from you. All right, let's get right to the post that I posted. This was, as I said, on X. This would have been February 22nd, 2023. I posted it at 4:50 a.m. I said, just woke up from a terrible dream. I saw red lava flowing under rivers, small streams, and homes where I saw no volcanoes nearby. It spewed black molten lava rock high into the air, causing the ground to split apart, shake, and explode. Aerial view and close ups of people. Heavy rain started pouring from the sky as people ran back into their homes to escape the devastation. Can't go back to sleep after seeing that. It was like I was actually observing it. It was actually there observing it. I wanted to help, but all I could do was watch it happen. And that left me trembling for a long time. And I have thought about this dream ever since, and it has not left me. And but of course, we anybody who follows the news or any kind of thing happening um, is starting to see uh, an increase in volcanic activity and earthquakes and things like that. And this is why I wanted to post this. So someone ended up posting a post in, I guess this would have been in July of 2024, and they posted about they said, you better hope Yellowstone isn't erupting. Yeah, I know. I thought about that place. But I posted a comment under there, and I said, I've been telling friends and others for a while. This would have been July 24th, 2024. I said, I've been telling friends and others for a while to avoid fault lines, especially at convergent and divergent plate boundaries and hotspots. Activity will increase. I believe we will see activity between the volcanoes we can see. And I'll explain that here more in a second. But I posted that in reply um, to, and then attached the original dream that I had posted there on X. But so yeah, so there's the dream. Now I'm going to explain. Let me turn on the light really quick. Okay, so let's get over here to this camera. Okay, so this is kind of a layout. I'll turn that light off. This is kind of a layout of the dream that I had, and I'll post a better picture of this here in a second. But let me kind of explain. And again, please forgive this kind of elementary drawing, but I think I've got the basics down. So I'm just going to kind of go through and explain the dream as I had it, and what I was feeling and what I was seeing and what I was noticing, because I feel like with the activity increasing and everything, I don't believe this has happened. And God forbid that it does, because it was devastating to see in a dream, let alone it happen to people in real life. This is why I'm posting this video. Um, I really hope this doesn't happen. But if it does, then I just wanted to document that. That way, if anybody knows anybody that lives in an area that looks like this, or that lives in a surrounding that kind of replicates some of these details, then you saw it, and maybe you can, I don't know, tell them, contact them. I don't know. Okay, so let's get into the dream. So basically, I come into the dream, and it jumped from another dream. It's almost like my other dream was cut off, and I immediately came into this dream, and it was dead silent. But I felt something like rumbling under me. Let me turn the volume down. And I felt something like rumbling under me. And so I come in and pretend I'm like this little yellow ball here, right? And I come in and I'm kind of floating from this direction. And it's almost like I'm inside basically this ball here. It's about this angle. And I'm floating right about here, and I see the water up close. I kind of zoom in and see it up close. And then I kind of am back up here, kind of observing, like inside the little yellow ball, about right here. And then I see out of this area, and let me see if I can get a light that'll kind of help. Whoops. This kind of, I noticed this did like a fluorescent kind of thing where it made it highlight, which was, and then that ended up looking like a heart, and that tripped me out. I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of trippy, morbid. But anyway, um, so I come into this area, and I'm about like right here floating over it. That's kind of not helping. And I see lava start to come from underneath this. I don't know if it's like a river or a stream or something, but I start to see it bubble up from underneath the water. And I could feel the earth quaking. I couldn't hear it, I could feel it. And so I'm floating above. I'm seeing it start to fill up this area, and then a huge eruption came exploding out. It had like rocks and lava and different stuff, and it exploded out, and it starts spilling over into this area against what's like a little white picket fence. And this picket fence goes like all the way into the dirt or something. and it's very tight. They're very kind of tight like that, and it's a little more curved, but whatever. We did the best we could. She even helped me, and I was like, just let's get the best detail that I can remember. And I really am upset with myself for not drawing this out right away. I really, because you know how memory works. But anyway, but these details I remember. And so the lava starts overflowing into this area and against this fence. And there's a house here. There's a house here and a house here. And it kind of looks like it's going up at kind of an incline this way. And it's inclining this way. And these are up on a high cliff or a plateau. It's a high elevation area, but I can't see over the side. But this is very high up, like on a cliff or something. And to the right, the direction I had come from, there's like lower varied elevation. I don't know if it's like craters, but it kind of reminded me of craters or something. But you see kind of a down here, and it's very low down in there. And it's almost like this thing is up on a big plateau, this area where people are living. And so anyway, this is like bumps and little pieces of grass here and there, and you can kind of see it with the black light. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like little patches of grass here and there, but not. It's mostly rocks and dirt and mounds, and that's what I saw on that side. And then yeah, so it's bubbling over. You've got the fence. It's up on a plateau, okay, and I'm seeing this happen. And then I zoom in to this area, and when I zoom into this area, the ground starts exploding from underneath the ground. Now, I just found out because of this whole stuff going around Greece and all this kind of stuff, um, the term volcanic bombs. I don't know if I've known that before or I didn't know that before. I'm not sure. But that's the first time I registered hearing it was not too long ago, and I thought that's what it was. That's what I saw, because it was the ground underneath exploding, and I mean just destroying houses that were in those areas. And when the explosions started going off, people came out of this house, and some people saw what was happening. And when that happened, it started raining, and you can kind of see the rain. But rain started coming down from the sky. Oh no, the blue doesn't show up as well. Okay, well, rain starts coming down and raining as this is happening. And one person stays frozen, just kind of watching this devastation happen. And um, and when I saw that, and the people, I guess, panicking and running back into their house, and the thing that I knew was that it wasn't going to save them, they ran back into the house, and I was devastated for them because I was just watching it happen and I couldn't do anything for them. But it's almost like they were next or something, just like these places. And this isn't exact. I just know that there were some houses here, and then there was like some houses here, but I remember the people coming out of here, but nothing happened here. I didn't see anybody come out of anywhere else. I didn't see anybody come out of these or anything. But anyway, something told me that we were looking for things to happen between volcanoes. I didn't see any volcanoes in this area. This would have been away from the area or maybe right outside of volcano. I'm not sure. But I had the feeling that this whole place might have been around water, like a lot of water or something. Um, but definitely like I don't know, like an island or something. But this was on a plateau. This is very, very high up on both sides. It's high up. And the dream left me with the impression or information that we need to be looking under the water, and that where some of these things are going to happen, it's there are places where you don't necessarily see the volcano, or they didn't expect something like this to happen, because that's what I felt like. I felt like this took these people by surprise, or this area by surprise or something. And like I said, I don't know if this is a river or just a stream or something, but that's where it came out of. That's where it boiled over. And really, there was a lot more. I saw it completely fill up this area and kind of hitting the fence and starting, and then it zoomed into this, and then I started seeing the explosions. Um, but anyway, I'm going to give you a close up so that you can see the picture a little bit better. And there's the picture just a little, so you can see the detail just a little bit better. But if anybody knows of an area, and I know it's really hard with this detail, that looks like this, or I don't know, man, anybody that lives in an area, something like this, I wouldn't take any chances. I've been having a lot of other dreams. I'm just going to stick to this one just for now. I'll try to make like a dream sequence thing where I start making separate videos for each dream because I feel like if I get lost in a bunch of videos, then let me turn this light on. Then I don't know. People are. I don't know. They're going to get lost in all the different dreams as opposed to sticking to the one, and it's going to be easier to label if I just do it this way. But I'm going to go back to the dream pick. But just remember, this is what it looks like. I'm going to kill this light. That's what it looks like. That's what I remember now, having drawn it now 2 years later. I just drew this the other day. And so, oh man, I don't know. I'm just trying to help. I don't know, but I've had family now convince me to start a dream journal, so I've started dream journaling, and I'm just hoping with this one, I see the volcanic activity increasing. I see uh, earthquakes happening more, and I, I just feel like wherever you're seeing the weather get bad, and I'm getting ahead of myself because this is other dreams and stuff that I've had. Wherever you see the weather getting bad, it's going to get worse. It's going to continue to get worse, and people need to start thinking about. I mean, I get it. I know when you're like invested in a home and you made a life somewhere and all that kind of stuff that you're very tied to that, especially when you've worked really hard for it. But how do you know when summer's coming, right? How do you know when the season is about to change? And people need to start really, really paying attention to that and really think about that because I don't know if your life is worth material things. And I just think that what we're seeing is going to increase. And I don't know. I'm just, I guess, trying to do my little part to try to help people navigate that. So, as I said, if anybody knows anybody that lives in an area like this, or I don't know, but I feel like if this is going to happen, this obviously hasn't happened yet. So, let's just hope that it doesn't. All right, you guys take care. I'll be back.